bookworms. So I know I've been a really rubbish person recently and haven't done any videos for like maybe 2-3 weeks, but that's because I've been so ridiculously busy for uni. It is unreal, and I had time to film videos, but I didn't really have any content to film for you. I haven't had enough time to really read a lot. I haven't had time to really buy books, so I didn't have anything to show for myself, so I'm really sorry, but I'm here with a book review and I'm reading another book at the moment, so I should be back on track, hopefully. But today I'm doing a review for you of Fated by Alyson Noel, and I'm not going to lie, this review is probably going to be a really short one because I didn't enjoy this book, so I'm going to give it 2 out of 5 stars. So the main character is a girl called Dare who lives with her mum, who's a makeup artist to all the Hollywood actors. So Dare never really had a normal life. She kept jumping around from town to town and never really had enough time to kind of make proper friends. Until one day she started having these like really weird hallucinations. It involved like crows and like these glowing people or something that are coming for her, and every time she gets these like episodes where time moves really, really still, but she can still move at a normal pace, and these only last until she blinks. And near the end of the hallucinations, she would kind of blink a couple times and time would still be really slow. And the glowing people were like out for her or something. Like, I've finished this book now, and I'm still not entirely sure what significance the glowing people had in this story. I figured it would be something that would be explained, but no, it wasn't explained, so I have no idea. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to the video right now. I've just seen my blockmates walk past the window. But yeah, so after she starts having these hallucinations, like her mum was either like, okay, you can go live with your nan in a place called Enchantment, New Mexico, or you can go to a mental hospital. So of course Dare was like, well, I don't want to go to a mental hospital, so I'm going to go live with Gran. And the nan hadn't seen her since before she was born, so she'd never seen her own granddaughter. And it's because she knew what was going to happen to her granddaughter as soon as she turned 16, which is what happened here. She turned 16, and that's when these hallucinations started getting really bad. Her dad, who's the grandmother's son, actually died in an accident because he neglected his duties as a seeker, which I'll get onto that in a minute. But so that's why the nan basically said, I don't want anything to do with this child until she's ready to kind of accept me into her life and let me teach her everything I know. So the nan basically tells her that she is a seeker, which is a person who can kind of bridge the gap between the living and the dead, and spends most of the book just teaching her everything she knows. And I'm not entirely sure what a seeker is, because I figured, okay, a person who can bridge between living and dead, fair enough, but then she could also do all this witchcraft stuff, like she could do a telekinesis and move stuff with her mind, and she could like kind of jump into animals' bodies and experience life as them. And I was like, that doesn't really sound very life and death to me. That sounds like witchcraft. And I mean, if you want your character to be a witch, just say she's a witch, or say she has witch-like tendencies. Don't beat around the bush saying she's a seeker. I don't understand. Anyway, the main part of the story based around Dia de los Muertos, which is like the Day of the Dead. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. Spanish people, I did do Spanish A-level, but apparently I'm really bad at it. And Dare's family have this like arch nemesis family who are just basically really evil and are going to use their dead relatives and like resurrect them on this day and use it to mess up the middle world, which is Earth, and also the upper and lower realms. And so she's basically, the Gran's teaching Dare all this stuff just so she can stop it. And of course there's some love in there, and Dare falls in love with one of these kids from that family, but he's like the good child. They're like, he's twin, he's got a twin, and like one of the twins is like really, really evil, and this one is like really good apparently. Like, I'm sorry, but that is ridiculously cliche. So cliche, like twins, which one is dark and one is light, that I didn't think anyone even included that in stories anymore. I thought that was something that was really, really overdone and no one did it, but apparently people still do it. And I'm not going to give away the way the book ends, but I'm just going to say that it's really unsatisfactory. Dare just goes against everything that her nan tells her to do and does like the complete opposite, and it's a really rubbish ending to a pretty naff book, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the way that the book is written is okay, but they keep throwing terms in about all these mystical creatures and whatnot that I feel I should understand, but I don't, and they don't really explain it, and I don't really have a lot more to say about this book. I feel like I've slagged it off enough, and I don't really have any good points about it, so I guess this review is done. Though the book I am reading at the moment is Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, which I'm about just under a half through, and I'm really enjoying this one, so you should get a review of that soon, and hopefully it'll be a more positive review than this one, which I'm sure it will be because I'm really enjoying it so far anyway. But right, hopefully I will see you guys next week, and again, I'm really sorry for my absence. I'm a horrible person. I love you.